the Lord of the Rings character would PA be?
I'm pretty sure they would be like Gandalf.
I think he would be Legolas.
On PA's behalf, I took a BuzzFeed quiz and he got Frodo Baggins.
You know how Legolas would go to a lot of battles, but then he will walk like there's no sweat, there's no scratch. He would still walk there looking so cool.
I can really see this because he may not be short and small like a hobbit, but both PA and Frodo are thoughtful, they're brave, observant, and loyal, true to their friends. I can really imagine PA just, standing up in front of a crowd or a group of people saying that he'll take the ring to Mordor.
So I think PA is like that because I know PA is having a lot of battles, but he would still look so cool even with all the problems that he's having.
And those are just the awesome qualities that they may share. Just underdogs, triumphs to victory. Yeah.
If our pastors are not pastors, what would their job be?
I'd like to think that PA would be a counselor for college students and young adults.
I think he would be a great mental health counselor.
Pastor Andrew would be a Hebrew scholar with a part-time job as a painter.
And on the side, he would take his family to these many road trips or short trips to different cities in Indonesia just to hunt down these many species of birds and his bird watching album collection things.
Because I can really see that how he can relate to people, how he can actually position himself in that state where he could relate to people that talks to him.
So we think about PA could be the second Jack Ma, because for me he looks like Jack Ma.
I would imagine PA as a commander of a special force team like a Navy SEAL or SWAT.
I feel like PA should be a stand-up comedian. Sometimes it's just funny to hear his stories and illustrations throughout the sermon. So,
if our pastors have a lot of money, what would our pastors do?
If PA have a lot of money, I think he would definitely need to buy a big garden full with plants for Nikki, and if he's not a pastor, he will be Nikki's gardener to manage this garden. Besides being a great gardener, I think PA can handle well in the kitchen by washing the dishes and throwing off the rubbish out.
Pastor Andrew would buy Nikki a lot of expensive stuff, and he would buy a big freezer and stock up on lots and lots of Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Do your best PA impression.
Hello, church and family and friends. Happy Sunday.
Good morning, church. I am Andrew and I'm one of the pastors here.
You guys ever looked up worship fails?
HMCC, you are sent out to transform the world. Have a great week.
How would you describe our pastor's family?
For me, the Johns are super fun to be around with.
Your family is very down to earth.
They are hospitable.
Healthy. I think their family is
Healthy.
They are inclusive.
Lots of nuts eaten.
And they are really generous.
I also think the family is really close with one another, right?
Prioritizes relationship, people's feelings,
Whenever we visit their place, there is always a sense of warmth as well as the feeling of being at home.
I think even Ezra and Evie, they're really close with one another, and we always enjoy having them. So
the Johns are a lot of fun, and I'm always intrigued by their latest interests of the e-kids, whether it's their games or the crafts that they're making. And I almost wish I was younger so that I can be peer friends with you guys. But I admire their maturity and how they are well behaved without being lame.
PA's family has been a very dear family to my heart. I've been to their house multiple times, hanging out with their kids. What I see is they show authenticity in their family and how they relate with one another. Even though they are pastor's family, they still have struggles, they still have problems. They have love among their family. They love each other. And what I like the most about their family is they involve their kids in ministering others, in the dinner with us when they invite the church member to their house. And so the kids can really see how what is life on life means in their life. And so that's I really appreciate. And yeah, so authenticity and maybe holistic education, that's how I can describe their family is.
What is your favorite memory with PA? My favorite memory with PA is when we shot the COC promo. I thought that was hilarious, and I just love being with the John's family because they're really great people.
Could the pastors survive a week without their wives? Why? I think they could, but not very well. From what I remember, the one time that Nikki was hospitalized, Pastor Andrew shared how overwhelmed he was with the different types of pencils that his children needed to go back to school, and how they ate seaweed and rice for dinner.
How has PA and his family blessed us?
Something that I have been super encouraged by and blessed by is just your authenticity and just realness from the pulpit, and also just living life with you and chatting with you and being around you. I just love how real you are, how you're not afraid to admit your struggles and that you're not perfect. And I love that you are willing to just walk through that with us, and you're never got a fake vibe from you at all, and I'm so appreciative of that.
I have been really encouraged by how PA is mentoring us, discipling us as the church member.
I've been blessed by PA's and Nikki's mentorship through the different life stages of my life, as a college student, as a single adult, and now as a married couple.
I've known PA for a long time, since I was in the university year, my third year, and I've seen how he's been patiently guiding us from the innocent students that don't know anything about spiritual growth and how to develop our faith, not knowing anything about mission, but from every question that I asked to him or every prayer request that I asked to him, he would patiently answer me and guide me through the understanding until I get to the point where I understand what is a missional life, how should I live outward focus, and how should I see the needs out there and do something, and not just thinking about my own life, and because that's the tendency of the teenager, right?
They have both spent a lot of time hearing me out, lovingly rebuking me and pointing me to Christ.
I have been blessed by Pastor Andrew's faithfulness to deliver powerful and God-centered sermons on Sundays, and also his vulnerability when he shares, and that truly rubs off on me as well. You know, his vulnerability encourages me to share openly to the people around me.
For me, he is really someone that following through what he says, and then he is not shy away to apologize when he makes mistakes.
The fact that he's a God-fearing man who perseveres to honor and glorify God in everything, and that is seen by others, by me, just shows how his life is truly marked by Christ, and that has been a blessing. I am beyond grateful that God anointed someone like PA to be leading this church.
I'm blessed by his Christ-centered life, especially on how he's being humble, his humility in Christ,
and I've appreciated your humility. You're just such a humble guy. You carry yourself in a way that doesn't show you've got it all figured out, or like all the answers.
Pastor Andrew is not flashy, and he is deeply grounded in God's word. He is faithful and consistent through the years that I have known him.
Yeah, no, I never see him like showing that, like, hey, I'm a pastor, I lead the church, like I'm the holy one and stuff.
You're willing to take criticism. You invite suggestions and comments, and so it's just very encouraging to sit under a pastor who is very humble, and so I appreciate that about you a lot.
Even in the testimony that he shared, usually it's like he's putting away that pride, like, hey, like I'm the same as you, I'm equal as you guys, like even though I'm a pastor, but yeah, I'm still weakness, I'm still in need of God, I'm full of weaknesses, and yeah, just putting on that humbleness and humility in Christ, and that is really, I would say that's a good example for a leader, especially a leader in the church, so yeah, I'm really blessed by that.
I'm blessed by your heart of ministry and servant heart. For example, one time my kid dropped some meat on the floor, and
They did?
you pick it up.
Oh.
And I was shocked.
Why was that?
Because it's invisible.
Oh. Alright.
I'm so thankful for your ministry in our church. I'm thankful that you have shepherded us and also challenged us always to trust in the Lord, even when it's the worst situation that we're in. We still trust that God is working. Also, praying that God keeps on working in your life to bear more fruit, for people to come to know Christ, and for Christians to keep growing and rooted in Christ.
We are really grateful and thankful for your care and also your hospitality toward us, especially when we just became a new parent for Kalea. Yeah, we know that we are still not members of HMCC yet, but yeah, you didn't differentiate us between membership or others. So that's what we really appreciate about you, PA Nikki.
PA is naturally a good listener, and I don't think it's because he's a pastor that's why he's like that. I really think that he has this genuine heart to listen and to empathize with people. So whenever I share my struggles with him, it's not like automatically there's a magic that all my problems will be solved, but just by knowing that someone is there listening to me, someone is there trying to understand me, and someone is there praying for me, it does help lessen the burden.
Hi, Pastor Andrew and Nikki. I'm blessed by you guys because you guys are opening your family for me to learn many different biblical values, and I learned a lot from you guys. So thank you for being vulnerable and being transparent about how biblical family works out in reality, even with all the ups and downs, the joys and the sufferings. And also thank you for leading and shepherding our church. I know it's not easy, and even with all the meet up that you try to have with every members. So thank you for all your hard work. God bless you.
And I also want to give Nikki a shout out. I've been really incredibly blessed just to get to know you more in this season and learn from you. I love being in your presence, Nikki. I think you bring so much life into conversations. You really do.
How I have been blessed and encouraged by PA this year is by how he served the church, his humility, his passion, his perseverance, especially like during this pandemic, and as our church sent out the OMS family out to Banten. I personally think that PA served a lot more in many different aspects of ministry, and I also believe that he leads and adapts much more than any other years, with much changes and uncertainties that we as a church facing. And if PA were a basketball player, he's definitely one of the gifted all-around player that can bring a game changers into the team.
Well, I appreciate our friendship. You know, moving to Indonesia and then just finding a family whose kids not only match our kids in age but also play and, you know, become good friends with one another. And I really appreciate the time that we get to spend as families. You know, the meals, the trips, you know, just the and the friendships that we have, and just how you really try to get to know us as friends. And that ministry has been really wonderful. Thank you.
How blessed am I with Pastor Andrew and family? I would say as blessed as all the green plants at the back of me. They are green and they are energetic forever.
Hi PA and Nikki, thank you for serving our church, and this is the message from our family. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! But keep putting the puns, you know, keep making effort to putting the puns on the sermon so that we can enjoy the sermon more with the puns. You know, we love the puns and your dad jokes. And see you. Bye.
As an encouragement for PA, Nikki, Iman, Evie, and Ezra, our family really love you and been blessed by all of you and how hospitable and inclusive you are. Thank you for your love, care, and the way that you're ministering to the church here. If the journey to come to Indonesia, and particularly this year during pandemic, is like a journey of the Israelites in the desert, know that God is faithful and He will guide you to the promised land. Our prayer for you and family and your ministry here based on the Deuteronomy chapter 8.
My encouragement for PA will be, PA, keep on be that good light and salt for the people around you. Things may be hard, but keep on seeking God's strength to do so. Yeah.
We've just joined HMCC a few months ago, but we are very grateful that we can be part of this community, and we are very grateful for you guys. We have felt so welcome at HMCC, especially because of you guys, because I remember a few years ago when we went to HMCC in person, I remember talking to Nikki and I thought, wow, she's just so kind and genuine, and I really enjoyed talking with you, and I felt so at home right away. And the interview that we had with Pastor Andrew and the membership course and also the baptism class, we really enjoyed, and we just loved how human you are and how honest, and you're such a good listener, and we're just very grateful to be part of this family.
Now Gabriel has said it all. Not much for me left, but thank you so much. We really appreciate your hospitality, and it has been such a welcoming experience for us, and we really appreciate it. God bless you.
God bless. Bye.
So I would like to thank PA for all the time that you have given to us, your members, for you to just be there no matter how long our sharing is, and no matter how repetitive we're saying, you're always there praying for us.
We're so thankful for you and for Nikki and for you guys' family. We miss being super close to you guys in the same Talon, but still just so thankful for your presence in our community, so thankful for your friendship, thankful for the way you just love on others, that you bless others and encourage others, and we are just really super thankful, super just proud to be a part of HMCC, and that is hugely and mostly just because of you guys and your leadership and just your team mentality and the way you live life and encourage us and bless us. We're so thankful for you guys.
We love you guys.
Bye.
And I can only imagine how challenging your roles are as spiritual leaders, and I want you to know that you are loved by God, His church here in HMCC Tangerang, and that we are praying for you and your family.
So to the family of Jones, I pray that your family continue to grow and as green as all these plants.
And dear Pastor Andrew, Nikki, Iman, Evie, and Ezra, I'm just so grateful for your lives and how you sacrifice it to serve the Lord and serve this church. I just want to encourage you that all your work is so worth it and none of it is in vain, and that God is our sustainer and provider, and that we love you, and that we're so grateful to have you guys. Thank you.